Well, hello and good day to all of you wonderful viewers out there. Hi, I'm Awesome Joe, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Awesome Joe's Movie Reviews. And like I said before, most likely I don't do movie news, but apparently there's so much excitement that's being announced that whichever catches my attention, I have to desperately talk about it. Just recently we talked about the trailer for Scream 7, and then we talked about the restoring the Snyderverse, what I thought about it, and now we're going to be talking about the next big thing that was announced. So excited for this when it does happen, is the return of Brendan Fraser, and not only just him, but Rachel Weisz as well, coming back to be reprising their roles in the Mummy movie. They did the first one back in 1999, then they did the second one in 2001, then they did a third movie, Brendan Fraser coming back, but no Rachel Weisz, being replaced by Maria Bello, which was not an excellent performance. There was just no chemistry in that. There was a big, massive essence missing in that movie. What made the movie so great was just so many great, epic things that happened in it. But one of the key notes that made the movie so great was the relationship between both the characters Rick and Evie. They worked phenomenally well. There are so many characters that are developed on how their love relationship builds and carries on, making you believe that these two are actually really, they have a good connection, that they're desperately in love with each other. So that's what Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz does in these Mummy movies. And that was missing in the third film. So this one that's coming out, which is supposedly the fourth film, they say they're going to go ahead and just cut out what happened in the third film and just talk about only what's, going from 1, 2, and then going into this new one. Kind of like what legacy movies are doing nowadays is, you're starting off with what the original that made it so popular, so fantastically well, and cutting loose everything else that was just terrible. 99 Mummy, my goodness, it was fantastic. It had that horror element plus comedy put into it, and it's what made it so great. There was a lot of gory things happening in the film, but it had to be to where it was PG-13 level. So they really cut it out a lot of stuff, but it was still very well done, put together. I don't know for a fact if they are going to be... They say they're going to try and bring everybody back, but I don't know how in the world you're going to be bringing everyone back. If you bring back John Hannah, fantastic. He was probably the only one that did come back in the third Mummy movie, which, it was okay. I don't mind him coming back. He's a very... his comedic performance in the Mummy movies are, they're pretty good. Then you have, I don't know how in the world they're going to bring back Arnold Vosloo, but if they do, I'm excited. I would love to see him coming back. I don't know how in the world they're going to do Arnold Vosloo nor Patricia Velasquez. In a way, they kind of ended their story at the ending of the second film, which is why they didn't come back for the third movie, and we had only Jet Li and Michelle Yeoh. That wasn't even bad for me either, per se. It's just the way the story was very cheap. It was kind of trying to be its own replica of what The Mummy Returns was. Because for me, I found that The Mummy Returns was an excellent success. I mean, it was a great theatrical experience. I loved the first film so much that it was just exciting. This was before YouTube, social media, where we find out, the announcement for this movie's coming out, or here's the trailer for this film, or here's the poster, or here's, all this. All the marketing stuff wasn't done until, things popped up on commercials, for, in televisions and all that stuff. There was no internet just yet. So when they released the, when they would do a trailer release, it wouldn't be, because there was no internet yet. but it would be in the movie theaters. In the movie theaters. So when you would go and watch a movie, and then boom, they show you the trailer of what's gonna happen. You know, here's the sequel to The Mummy Returns. I'm just like, oh, they're coming back. There's another movie. That was fantastic. That really got me so entertained when you're in the movie theaters, and that's why I love seeing the previews. Nowadays, you know, it's like you already know what's coming out. You already seen the trailers before you even watch the trailers to before the movie starts. You know, these are the times where I'm just like, oh, are you kidding me? Really? That's so cool. Like, oh, look at that. That's cool. Wow. You know, they don't do that anymore. Which is why, I mean, that's another story for another time, which is why, you know, theaters, they're slowly but surely coming to an end. I don't want it to happen, but, you know, like I said, I don't want to talk about it right now, for another video, for another time. But yeah, this new Mummy movie, wow. When I saw The Mummy Returns, I still remember like it was just yesterday, watching The Mummy Returns in theaters. So epic. So epic. It's different compared to its predecessor, which is the first film. The second one it has more epic adventure. You know, they took away the majority of the horror elements from it, and it just became this comedic epic adventure. And I just loved it. It was a very great definition of what a theatrical film should be. And plus the fact you just loved these characters so much from the last movie, it's great just seeing them again in the next movie. And I pronounce his name so terrible, is Odeyo Ferher. I know I've seen him in several others, like the Resident Evil movies. I've seen him in Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo. But yeah, in this one, in particularly in The Mummy, he's just... I remember when I was a kid, my mom, she would be so hot for him. I mean, she would just be like, oh my goodness. I'm like, Mom, calm yourself. But yeah, it would be great just seeing everybody coming back. I mean, it's just exciting to know that even Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are coming back, teaming up together in this. I believed them as this love couple, and I'm just excited to seeing more of it. Like I said, massive disappointment in the third film. I think if anything, they should not have even brought in the Evie character back if Rachel Weisz wasn't going to come into it. Because from what I hear is that she hated the script, and she was pregnant at the time, or, you know, she had delivered her child, and so she was going through recovery. So in which sense is you either cut out the Evie character if you're not going to have her in the movie, if Rachel Weisz in the movie, or you wait, you know, for scheduling to where she's fully recovered and returning back into this movie. But yeah, that was just Maria Bello terrible. Oh my goodness. Every time I see that, you know, there's this line that she says in the movie where she says, like, I see that my character in the book is like a completely different person. And I'm just like, oh, do I hate you so much? Like, we loved Evie so much, but yet you replaced her with somebody else that we are not familiar with. And like I said, the chemistry just did not hit. But yeah, this next Mummy, if Tomb of the Dragon Emperor was a success, they were going to go ahead and continue on doing the Mummy movies with Maria Bello coming back playing the character. Thank goodness that did not happen. So apparently, from what I heard, the fourth Mummy movie at the time, if Tomb of the Dragon Emperor was successful, it was going to be taking place. It said at the end of the movie, taken in Peru. And that this mummy was not going to be played by, you know, none of the other previous mummies were going to be returning, but now it was going to be Antonio Banderas. And I'm just like, interesting. Very interesting. And I don't know what kind of mummy we're going to be interfacing with this new one coming out. They say, I wanted to come out at the very least in 2027. And the sooner would be great. But I hear 2028, 2029 is like, oh no, like there's going to be so much that's going to happen between now and then that it probably may not even happen. But just the news itself, that there is discussion of this happening. It's just fantastic. And then of course, I love Tom Cruise. I watched every single one of his movies and enjoyed every single one of his performances, no matter if it was a terrible movie or a great movie. But this one in particularly, I remember watching it in theaters and how much I hated it. I hated this movie. The Mummy 2017. They were trying to do this. I mean, you guys know the story. They were trying to do their own Marvel Cinematic Universe by calling it the Dark Universe, and they had this cast of people of like Johnny Depp and Russell Crowe and Javier Bardem, all these other ones that they were going to be in these various adaptations of Universal monster movies. It was going to be the Avengers of Universal monster flicks. That didn't happen. I loved the idea. Don't get me wrong. I loved the idea. It got me excited, but they just did it way too fast, way too soon. You didn't even know what you had here. You didn't know if this Mummy movie was going to be a success or not. You didn't know. You planned too far ahead when you were doing this blindedly. You had no idea what you were getting yourselves into. You just kept announcing this movie and that movie and this movie and that movie, and you just didn't even know what you had in your hands. And they try to stay away from the comedic proportion and stick to the horror elements of it. Nowadays, I know that there was an interview I saw where they interviewed Brendan Fraser and asked him why is it that the 2017 Tom Cruise movie did not work. And I believe that his response was that because the film needed to be more, it's what gains audiences attention and wanting to go and see the movie is the comedic performances, the epicness. It had to be adventurous and stuff like that. When I heard that was an excellent answer. That was an excellent answer because that is the truth. That is what we need. That is what we want when it comes to a Mummy movie. Those first two Mummy movies, perfection. People would say that the second one is a little off compared to the first one. The first one is more successful than the second one. I beg to differ. I think that the second one is excellent. The little mummy monkeys and the CGI rock scorpion monster looking being, of course, it was terrible. But, you just got to stick to it. You just got to go with it and say, hey, you know what? I'm still watching an amazing movie. At the time, CGI wasn't really too in just yet. Not even today's standards. I mean, I think AI is a lot more better realistic than actual CGI. But yes, I'm looking forward to this new Mummy movie. When I heard, I said immediately, I gotta turn on the camera and I gotta talk about this. This is something just amazing. I'm looking forward to it so much. I hope that there are no studio interferences. I hope that this is not going to be a legacy sequel, like how all these other ones are doing, where they're passing the torch over to the new cast. I'm like, don't do that, please. Star Wars did that, didn't like it. I know there's so many others I can't think off the top of my head, but I just stick to the original characters. This is what we came to see. We want to see the original characters going on another epic adventure together. I don't want a passing of the torch. Please don't give us a passing of the torch. But yeah, I want great story. I want a great time. I want to feel like a kid again back in 1999 and 2001 watching the first Mummy and second Mummy movie in theaters. I mean, I want to feel like that again. When I saw the third one, I didn't feel the same. I did not feel the same. And the same goes for the Mummy. I did not feel the same. Even when I watched The Scorpion King, I don't care about the direct-to-home video sequels, but I'm talking about the one with The Rock in it. The first Scorpion King movie, I actually liked. It was really great. It really felt like it was still in the world of the Mummy. It was a spin-off, prequel, sequel thing that was, to the other two films. I enjoyed it very much, and I would have loved to have seen more. In the sense that The Rock came back, and I'm not, like I said, not talking about the terrible direct-to-video sequels. But yeah, wow, I can't believe it. I mean, I can't. Ever since Brendan Fraser won his Oscar, what was it, a couple of years ago, for The Whale, he was just back on the map, man. We haven't seen him in a long time. And knowing he's doing a lot of indie films, and he's just back. He's really back, and people keep on questioning him in interviews several times. When are we going to see you in another Mummy movie? When are we going to see you in another Mummy movie? Please, I mean, we're asking for it. We want it. Please come back. But not only just him. Yes, Rachel Weisz would not have agreed to coming back if Brendan Fraser wasn't going to come back. And also the fact that if the sequel was good, she was going to show up as well too. And looks like both of them are, you know, on good terms right now. So it looks like that's the reason why she's coming back. So this has to be good. This really has to be good. If you bring everybody back, fantastic. I mean, everybody. Bring back the kid from The Mummy Returns, Alex. The same actor, grown up. I don't want that cheap, cheesy, grown-up actor that played him in the third Mummy. He annoyed the hell out of me. He annoyed me, and I did not like seeing him. I mean, they tried to make him like the child of both Rick and Evie, and it just didn't work for me. I just found it extremely annoying. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was great, fun. With the first two films, Scorpion King as well too. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what they're going to entitle it. I know they're not going to say it's called Mummy 4. They're going to give it some subtext stating, you know, the mummy. I mean, I would be great if they would have called it The Mummy Returns again. That would be fun. But I know they won't do that. It's too cheesy. But anyways, you guys, that's my thoughts on the return of Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz for the fourth Mummy film. Have you heard about this news? What do you guys think about it? Please comment down in the comment section down below, and let's have an awesome time talking about this or any movie-related movie news that you'd like to talk about, because I love to talk about movies, but most importantly, I love to talk about them with you. And don't forget that you can check out some more of my videos on YouTube. Just look me up on Awesome Joe Movie Reviews. And if you enjoy my videos, click on the like and subscribe button, including that notification bell for future videos. I am trying to do my very best to keep on track with these videos, so that way you guys can hear what my thoughts are on top movie reviews of recent films or any movies in the past. And now, probably even movie news. So we'll see what happens, you guys. Anyways, everybody, I'm Awesome Joe. Keep on living the dream. And as always, stay awesome. Thanks, you guys, once more again. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye.